They came by the thousands to Washington, D.C. and cities all over the country. Young and old, they raised their voices in support of laws to control guns and gun violence. Here in Lake Havasu City, more than 200 gathered at Wheeler Park, then began marching down McCulloch Boulevard toward the London Bridge. We asked one of the marchers to reflect on the event.
I'm proud of the adults that came out to support the kids. I'm disappointed in the kids not coming out and our school district students not coming out to support their peers worldwide. If anybody turned on their television this morning, they would see how popular and how right this is. For us in Havasu to sit back and just take it as, well, another demonstration and not think of our kids, that's, to me, is disgusting. People are in government too long and have agendas that they're afraid to let go of. It's affecting them personally, and because of that, they're putting our children at risk. That's the whole point. Money, dollar signs.
The marchers attracted drive-by supporters and opponents. We heard cheers of support and boos from gun rights supporters. Jamie Carruthers is one of the event organizers.
Wonderful turnout. It was so awesome. And I was so thrilled to see some of the young people here. And, because a lot of us, we call ourselves the white-haired grannies. We don't have kids in the school here anymore. And so it was just wonderful to be able to see some of the young people come out, because really and truly, this was all about them. We did this for the kids, for those amazing kids in Parkland, and for our kids here, and for our kids around, my grandkids that are in California. We did it for all the kids. They shouldn't have to go to school and feel like they're not safe or worry every time the announcement buzzer comes on from the principal's office that it's going to be some kind of catastrophic thing. So, I think if anybody can do it, these young people can do it. They have been so well-spoken, much more articulate than a lot of us adults, and they are, for me, they're the hope for the future, and they are just so impressive. And I think the other thing is, I think that the young people that have actually been in the closet when a shooting's going on, they can speak to this gun violence. I mean, we as adults could be horrified, but they can speak from their experience, and that's a very powerful thing. So I'm hoping that they get the platform, and they continue to get the platform, and their energy does not seem to be wavering. And it's just, my heart goes out to them, because it's just so much for them to have gone through that, and then they're leading our nation, and that's a lot on those young shoulders. I mean, I had teenagers, I know how they can be, but I think they're so dedicated. I do think change will come.
And as the event ended, we noticed a small group of gun rights supporters.
I'm counter-protesting the March for Our Lives protest that they have going on. I thought I'd come out because I'd probably be the only one, and this family right here joined me after seeing me walking down the street behind them. So I decided to come out.
These kids are upset that machine guns are legal and that they're getting killed. Do you have any sympathy with that?
Okay, first thing, there are not machine guns. Machine guns have been illegal in the United States since 1934.
But assault rifles have been modified to shoot automatic for years.
Okay, now that's because somebody is doing something illegal. If you're doing something legal, there's nothing wrong with an AR-15. I'm an AR-15 owner, and I would never think about modifying my AR-15 illegally. It's against the law. I like my freedom.
And what do you use it for?
Oh, I go out target shooting, and it's not for protection. I have a 9mm for protection. I just go out target shooting, long range shooting, see how well I can still shoot, seeing that I'm a 32-year Army vet, and I started in the Army back in 1976, and with an M16, which looks like my AR-15, but is not.
So you wouldn't restrict these weapons at all?
No. Why? The problem is not the guns. I've left my gun on my desk for days and years, and never one bullet came out by itself. It's when someone pulls the trigger. It's the trigger puller we should be after, not the gun owner.
Now, the question: what effect will this movement have on current weapons laws? both sides say they will never give in. Jim Matthews, Havasu Video News.